Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 4 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The Elizabeth II 20 pence 1994 coin is a significant member of the modern British decimal coinage series. Introduced as part of the United Kingdom's transition away from the pre-decimal system in 1971, the 20 pence denomination itself was first released in 1982 to fill a practical gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins, making everyday transactions easier and reducing the reliance on smaller denominations. By the time of the 1994 issue, the 20 pence coin had become fully integrated into British currency, circulating widely across the United Kingdom as a commonly used and instantly recognizable denomination. On the obverse, the coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the sculptor Raphael Maklauf, FRSA. This effigy was introduced in 1985 and remained in use until 1997. Maklauf portrayed the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry first gifted to Queen Mary in 1893 and later inherited by Elizabeth II. The portrait is often regarded as idealized, showing the Queen with youthful smoothness and dignity, rather than emphasizing age. The inscription surrounding the portrait reads, Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.A.D. 1994, which is an abbreviation of the Latin Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse design of the 1994 20 pence coin retains the original design created by William Gardner, a graphic designer and coin artist who won the Royal Mint's design competition for the new denomination in the early 1980s. The reverse features a Tudor rose, the traditional floral emblem of England surmounted by a royal crown. The rose is a heraldic symbol combining the white rose of York and the red rose of Lancaster, representing the unity of the English crown after the Wars of the Roses in the 15th century. The surrounding inscription reads, 20 pence, with the denomination placed clearly within the design to ensure visibility on the small coin. The shape of the coin is also distinctive. Unlike round coins, the 20 pence is a heptagon with 7 curved sides, known formally as an equilateral curve heptagon. This shape allows the coin to be easily identified by touch and ensures it has a constant width across all sides, making it compatible with vending machines and coin slots. This innovative engineering reflects the Royal Mint's careful planning in creating a coin that was both practical and uniquely British in character. The specifications of the 1994 20 pence coin followed the established standard. It was struck in cupronickel composed of 84% copper and 16% nickel. The coin weighs 5 grams, has a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, and a thickness of approximately 1.7 millimeters. Its silver-colored appearance combined with the crowned rose design gave it an elegant yet utilitarian quality that made it popular in everyday use. Unlike some other denominations, the 20 pence has a plain edge, which contrasts with the inscribed edges of the £1 coin or the reeded edges of the 10 pence and 50 pence. The Royal Mint at Llantrisant, South Wales, was responsible for the production of the 1994 20 pence coin. Millions were struck for general circulation, ensuring that the coin was widely available throughout the United Kingdom. In addition to the regular issues, special collector editions were produced, including brilliant uncirculated and proof strikes, which showcased the designs with extra clarity and polish. These collector versions were typically released in annual coin sets and remain popular among numismatists today. By 1994, the 20 pence coin had become firmly embedded in British currency usage. Its value made it particularly convenient for everyday purchases such as bus fares, vending machine items, and supermarket transactions. It often combined with the 50 pence, 10 pence, and £1 coins in daily commerce, bridging the gap between smaller and larger denominations. For many people, the heptagonal 20 pence became an essential part of their pocket change, instantly recognizable both by sight and by feel. Historically, the choice of the crowned Tudor rose for the reverse design carried deep symbolic meaning. The rose is one of the oldest heraldic emblems in England and has been associated with the monarchy since the unification of the Yorkist and Lancastrian houses under Henry VII in 1485 BY. Crowning the rose, the design emphasized the sovereignty of the monarchy and the continuity of English heritage. Placing this emblem on the 20 pence coin ensured that a symbol of national unity and royal authority was carried daily by millions of citizens. In terms of circulation history, the 1994 issue was widely used across the UK throughout the 1990s and into the 2000s. Over time, coins in circulation often developed signs of wear, with the finer details of the Tudor rose and crown gradually smoothing out under heavy handling. Despite this, the coin's distinctive shape ensured it remained easy to identify even in a worn state. The The 20 pence coin itself was not withdrawn or altered until much later. The first design change occurred in 2008, when the Royal Mint introduced a new reverse featuring a segment of the Royal Shield of Arms as part of a complete redesign of the UK's coinage. The 1994 Tudor Rose design therefore belongs to the first generation of 20 pence coins, issued between 1982 and 2008, and is now considered a classic design of the decimal era. From a numismatic perspective, the 1994 Elizabeth II 20 pence coin is not particularly rare in standard circulation form, since millions were produced. However, proof and brilliant uncirculated examples retain collector interest, particularly as part of complete annual sets. High-grade examples that retain their original mint luster are especially desirable. The coin's legacy lies not only in its practicality but also in its symbolism. For over 2 decades, the crowned Tudor rose adorned the 20 pence coin, reminding citizens daily of the unity of England's monarchy and history. He stood as one of the most elegant and enduring designs in the decimal series, combining tradition with modern coinage technology. In cultural terms, the 20 pence coin also became a minor icon of the British pocket. Its unusual 7-sided form distinguished it from other coins and gave it a kind of personality in the currency system. For children collecting coins in the 1990s, the 20 pence was often one of the more intriguing denominations, standing out visually and symbolically among the rest. By the time it was replaced in 2008, the Tudor Rose design had been in circulation for 26 years, making the 1994 issue part of a long and stable chapter in British coinage history. Though demonetization never affected the 20 pence coin, unlike the round £1, the design change in 2008 marked a clear generational shift, giving the earlier Tudor Rose coins a nostalgic and collectible quality. Today, the Elizabeth II 20 pence 1994 coin remains an accessible yet historically significant piece of modern British coinage, while still common in circulated condition. Uncirculated examples hold lasting value for collectors, and the coin continues to be remembered as part of the first wave of the 20 pence denomination that shaped daily commerce in the UK throughout the late 20th century. Top 2, the Elizabeth II 20 pence 1989 coin holds a significant place within the modern British decimal coinage system, introduced during the United Kingdom's post-1971 reforms to replace the old pre-decimal system of pounds, shillings, and pence. The 20 pence denomination itself was first introduced in 1982, filling an important gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins. By 1989, the coin had become fully integrated into everyday circulation, helping to streamline financial transactions during a period of great economic and cultural change in Britain. The 1989 issue is particularly noteworthy as it continued the early series of the denomination, making it one of the formative examples of the 20 pence coin's role in daily British life. On the obverse, the 1989 coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the sculptor Raphael Maklauf, FRSA. This portrait was introduced in 1985 and remained in circulation until 1997. Maklauf's effigy was intentionally more regal and idealized than previous portraits, showing the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry originally gifted to Queen Mary in 1893 and later inherited by Elizabeth II. The portrait depicted the monarch with smooth and youthful features, embodying dignity, stability, and timelessness rather than signs of aging. Around the portrait runs the legend Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.A.D. 1989, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. This inscription maintained the continuity of tradition on British coinage since medieval times. The reverse of the 1989 20 pence coin carries the original design by William Gardner, chosen in 1982 when the denomination was first introduced. The reverse shows the Tudor Rose, one of the most iconic heraldic symbols of England, topped by a royal crown. The Tudor Rose, combining the red rose of Lancaster and the white rose of York, symbolizes the unity of England after the Wars of the Roses in the late 15th century. The crown placed above the rose emphasizes the authority of the monarchy and the strength of the nation under a unified royal tradition. Around this central design is inscribed the denomination 20 pence, with the numerals of value placed prominently within the design. This ensured clarity for both domestic and international users. Of the coin point, one of the most distinctive aspects of the 20 pence coin is its shape. It is not round but rather a 7-sided equilateral curve heptagon, meaning all sides are equal in length with a constant width across the shape. This engineering marvel was designed so that the coin could easily be distinguished by touch, especially for the visually impaired, and so that it would work smoothly in vending machines and coin slots. This innovative approach was part of a broader push in the 1970s and 1980s to modernize British currency, making it both functional and distinctive. The 20 pence coin shape remains one of its most recognizable features to this day. The specifications of the 1989 coin adhered to the established standard. It was struck in cupronickel, a durable and corrosion-resistant alloy made of 84% copper and 16% nickel. The coin weighed 5 grams, measured 21.4 millimeters in diameter, and was approximately 1.7 millimeters thick. Its edge was left plain, unlike the milled or inscribed edges of larger denominations, which simplified its design and distinguished it from the round £1 coin introduced earlier in the decade. The coin's silvery appearance gave it an elegant finish while maintaining practicality in everyday use. The Royal Mint at Llantrisant in South Wales oversaw the production of the 1989 issue. Millions of examples were struck for circulation, ensuring widespread availability across the United Kingdom. Alongside circulation coins, special proof and brilliant uncirculated editions were also struck for collectors. These proof coins, struck with polished dies and multiple strikes, offered exceptional clarity of detail, highlighting the fine lines of the Tudor rose and the delicate features of Maclauf's effigy of the Queen. Such collector's pieces are today sought after by numismatists who appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship of the period. By 1989, the 20 pence coin was already firmly embedded in British daily life. It was widely used in shops, supermarkets, bus fares, and vending machines, becoming one of the most practical denominations in circulation. Its value made it a convenient coin for small purchases, bridging the gap between lower denominations like the 10 pence and higher ones such as the 50 pence or £1 coin. For millions of citizens, the 20 pence was an everyday companion, always found among pocket change, yet distinct enough in size and shape to stand out from the rest. The symbolism of the Tudor rose crown deserves further emphasis. The rose has been a heraldic emblem of England since the reign of Henry VII, who united the feuding houses of York and Lancaster through marriage, ending decades of dynastic conflict. By placing a crown above the rose, the design underscored the idea of a strong monarchy guiding a united nation. And the 20 pence coin, this symbolism was carried into the pockets of ordinary Britons, becoming a subtle yet constant reminder of the country's historical journey and constitutional monarchy. From a numismatic perspective, the 1989 Elizabeth II 20 pence coin is not especially rare in circulated form, given the large mintage numbers. However, coins that remain in brilliant uncirculated condition, with full mint luster and no wear, are considerably more valuable to collectors. Proof versions are particularly prized, as they capture the full elegance of Gardner's and Maclauf's designs in a way that everyday pocket change cannot. For coin historians, the 1989 issue stands as an important part of the larger story of the 20 pence denomination during the early decimal coinage period. The coin's legacy lies in its role as part of the first generation of 20 pence coins, spanning 1982 to 2008. This era was defined by the Tudor rose design, which remained unchanged for over 26 years, until the introduction of Matthew Dent's heraldic royal shield reverse in 2008. Thus, the 1989 issue belongs to a long and stable design tradition, remembered fondly by collectors and the public alike. Today, while still common in circulation, these coins also carry a sense of nostalgia, representing Britain in the late 1980s, a time of political change, economic reform, and modernization. In cultural terms, the 20 pence coin of 1989 also became an icon in its own right. Its distinctive seven-sided form made it instantly recognizable, even by touch, and its crowned rose design gave it a uniquely English character. For children learning about money, the 20 pence was often one of the most fascinating coins due to its unusual shape and historical emblem. For adults, it became a symbol of practical daily commerce, seamlessly fitting into the growing role of coins in vending machines, parking meters, and public services of the time. Overall, the Elizabeth II 20 pence 1989 coin stands as a testament to the Royal Mint's careful balance of functionality, symbolism, and artistry. Linked Britain's medieval past with its modern present, carrying the crowned Tudor rose into the hands of millions, while bearing the effigy of one of the longest reigning monarchs in history. Its endurance in circulation, beauty of design, and cultural impact make it a significant piece in the history of British coinage, and a treasured coin among collectors and historians of modern money. Top 3. The Elizabeth II 20 pence 1998 coin is part of the early series of decimal coinage in the United Kingdom, introduced to modernize the British monetary system after the historic decimalization of 1971. The 20 pence denomination itself was added in 1982, filling a practical gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins. By the time the 1998 issue was struck, the 20 pence had already established itself as one of the most useful everyday denominations, becoming widely accepted and recognized across the nation. The 1998 coin thus represents not only a continuation of the denomination's important role, but also one of the last examples before the great design changes that arrived a decade later in 2008. The obverse of the coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Created by the sculptor Raphael Maklauf FRSA in 1985, this portrait was used on UK coinage until 1997, but some 1998 dated coins were also struck with it depending on the mintage and transitional processes at the Royal Mint. In this effigy, the Queen is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of the most recognizable pieces of jewelry in the royal collection. Maklauf deliberately chose a more idealized approach, portraying the monarch with smooth features, projecting dignity, continuity, and timeless authority. The surrounding legend reads, Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.A.D. 1998, an abbreviated Latin inscription that translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. This phrase has appeared on British coinage for centuries, linking the modern currency to its historic traditions. The reverse of the 1998 coin continues the original design by William Gardner, first introduced with the launch of the denomination in 1982. At its center is the Tudor rose, an emblem of England surmounted by a royal crown. The Tudor rose combines the red rose of Lancaster and the white rose of York, symbols of the two rival dynasties that fought during the Wars of the Roses in the 15th century. By merging these flowers into one, the rose became the emblem of unity under the Tudor dynasty beginning with the reign of Henry VII. The crowned rose on the 20 pence coin therefore represents both historical reconciliation and the sovereignty of the monarchy. The inscription, 20 pence, surrounds the design. With the numerals of value placed clearly within the rose motif point, one of the most striking aspects of the 20 pence coin is its seven-sided shape, known as an equilateral curve heptagon. This unique engineering design ensures that the coin has a constant width, allowing it to roll smoothly and work reliably in coin slots and vending machines at the same time. Its distinctive feel makes it easily identifiable by touch, which was especially helpful for visually impaired individuals. This innovative shape gave the 20 pence a unique identity among British coinage, marking it as both practical and forward-thinking. The metal composition and specifications of the 1998 20 pence coin were consistent with earlier issues. T was struck in cupronickel, an alloy of 84% copper and 16% nickel, which gave the coin a bright silvery appearance while also being durable and resistant to wear. The coin weighed 5 grams, had a diameter of 21.4 millimeters and a thickness of about 1.7 millimeters. Its edge was plain, unlike the milled or lettered edges of higher value coins such as the £1, giving it a simpler profile, but one that was immediately distinguishable due to its shape. The Royal Mint at Llantrisant in South Wales was responsible for producing the 1998 issue. Millions of coins were struck for circulation, ensuring widespread distribution across the United Kingdom. Alongside circulating coins, the Mint also issued limited numbers of proof and brilliant uncirculated sets for collectors. These collector's editions were struck with specially polished dies, giving them a sharper design and mirror-like fields that highlighted the intricate details of both Maklauf's portrait and Gardner's crowned rose design. By 1998, the 20 pence coin had become one of the most widely used denominations in Britain. It was particularly useful for small everyday purchases, bus fares, parking meters, supermarket items, and vending machines, cementing its role as a practical coin in daily life. Many citizens considered it one of the most convenient denominations, bridging the gap between lower coins such as the 10 pence and higher denominations like the 50 pence and £1 coin. For many Britons, the 20 pence was always present in pocket change, reflecting both modern utility and historic symbolism. The symbolism of the crowned Tudor rose was deeply significant. It reminded the nation of its long journey from medieval dynastic conflict to unity under a strong constitutional monarchy. At the same time, the rose is a timeless symbol of England itself, appearing on royal coats of arms, official seals, and countless decorative arts. By placing the crown above it, the coin reinforced the link between the monarchy and the people, bridging national history with the practical realities of modern currency. From a numismatic perspective, the 1998 20 pence is not considered rare in circulated form, as it was struck in large numbers for general use. However, high-quality examples, particularly those in brilliant uncirculated or proof condition, remain desirable to collectors. Their sharp relief and bright surfaces capture the artistry of the coin more vividly than circulated examples, which often show wear and dulling after years of use. The legacy of the 1998 coin is tied to the broader history of the denomination. The Tudor rose reverse was used continuously from 1982 until 2008, when Matthew Dent's heraldic shield design replaced it as part of a sweeping redesign of British coinage. Thus, the the 1998 issue represents one of the later examples of the original crowned rose design, carrying forward a design tradition that endured for over 25 years. In terms of cultural importance, the coin's distinctive shape and elegant design made it a favorite among many Britons. T stood out not only in appearance but also in tactile feel, becoming an instantly recognizable part of British currency. For children learning about money in the 1990s, the 20 pence was often one of the most memorable coins due to its unique seven-sided form. For adults, it was a practical, dependable coin that played a role in countless daily transactions. Over the years, the 1998 20 pence coin circulated widely, experiencing the natural wear and tarnish of pocket change. Its cupronickel alloy ensured durability, but many examples show smoothness on the Queen's portrait or flattening of the rose design after years of use. This natural wear tells the story of the coin's journey through countless hand shops, buses, and markets, making each surviving coin a small witness to everyday British life at the end of the 20th century. In historical retrospect, the Elizabeth II 20 pence 1998 coin is more than just a piece of money. It is a small but powerful symbol of national unity, tradition, and modernization. T linked the heraldry of the Tudor dynasty with the authority of the present monarchy, carried in the pockets of millions of citizens as they went about their daily lives. For collectors today, it remains a valued piece of decimal coinage, bridging the early years of the denomination with the major design changes that would follow in the 21st century. Top 4, the Elizabeth II 20 pence 1995 coin belongs to the first generation of 20 pence pieces introduced by the Royal Mint in 1982 as part of Britain's modern decimal coinage. This denomination filled an important gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins, quickly becoming one of the most practical and widely circulated coins in the UK. By the year 1995, the 20 pence was already well established as an everyday essential in people's pockets, bus fares, shops, and vending machines. The 1995 issue thus represents a continuation of this useful denomination during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, carrying forward the traditional design of the crowned Tudor rose while bearing the portrait of the monarch that symbolized stability and continuity for the nation. On the obverse, the 1995 coin carries the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Sculpted by Raphael Maklauf FRSA, introduced in 1985, Maklauf's effigy remained on British coinage until 1997. His design shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of the most famous royal headpieces, originally a wedding gift to Queen Mary in 1893 and later passed down to Elizabeth II. Unlike Arnold Mackin's earlier portrait, which emphasized a realistic likeness, Maklauf intentionally idealized the Queen's features, giving her a regal, almost timeless appearance. This was meant to symbolize the monarchy's enduring presence and authority during a period of modernization in Britain. Around the portrait is the Latin inscription Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.A.D. 1995, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. The reverse design of the 20 pence coin had remained unchanged since its introduction in 1982, designed by William Gardner. It features the Tudor rose surmounted by a royal crown. The Tudor rose is one of England's most enduring heraldic emblems, combining the white rose of York and the red rose of Lancaster to symbolize the union of two warring houses after the Wars of the Roses in the late 15th century. By placing a crown above the rose, the design emphasized unity under monarchy and the authority of the sovereign. This crowned rose emblem reinforced national identity and history, bringing a sense of tradition to modern decimal currency. The inscription, 20 pence, encircles the design, with the numerals of value neatly placed within the motif for clarity. One of the most distinctive aspects of the coin is its seven-sided shape, technically known as an equilateral curved heptagon. This design innovation ensures that the coin has a constant width across its edges, making it easily identifiable by touch and fully compatible with vending machines and coin-operated devices. The unusual shape was one of the most innovative features of modern British coinage in the 1980s, setting the 20 pence apart from all other denominations. Why 1995? This design had become familiar to the public and a defining characteristic of the coin. The metal composition and specifications of the 1995 issue followed the standard established in 1982. The coin was struck in cupronickel, an alloy of 84% copper and 16% nickel, which gave it a bright silvery finish while ensuring durability against wear and tarnish. T weighed 5 grams, had a diameter of 21.4 millimeters and a thickness of 1.7 millimeters. The edge was left plain, distinguishing it from coins such as the £1, which bore lettering or milling. The balance of size, weight, and shape made the 20 pence easily recognizable both visually and by feel, which was crucial for daily use. The Royal Mint at Llantrisant in South Wales was responsible for producing the 1995 issue. Millions were struck for circulation, ensuring wide availability throughout the United Kingdom. Alongside circulation strikes, the Mint also produced proof and brilliant uncirculated versions for collectors. Often included in annual coin sets, these special editions were struck with polished dies and extra care, resulting in sharp detail and mirror-like surfaces that showcase the elegance of both Maklauf's and Gardner's artistry. By the mid-1990s, the 20p coin was indispensable in daily life. Its value made it extremely practical for everyday purchases such as snacks, bus fares, or payphones. Especially in an era when mobile phones were rare and vending machines were growing in popularity, T was small enough to carry easily yet valuable enough to play an important role in commerce. For many citizens, the 20p was one of the most convenient coins in circulation, bridging the gap between smaller denominations and the larger 50p or £1 coin. The symbolism of the crowned Tudor rose also carried significant cultural meaning. Beyond its association with the unification of Lancaster and York, the rose has long been used in English heraldry and as a royal emblem. Its presence on the coin linked everyday money to centuries of national history, reminding citizens of the monarchy's role in maintaining continuity and unity. The rose crown design thus represented both heritage and authority, serving as a subtle but constant reminder of national identity in the modern age. From a numismatic perspective, the 1995 Elizabeth II 20p is not considered rare in circulated form, as large numbers were minted for general use. However, high-grade examples in brilliant uncirculated or proof condition are prized by collectors, particularly those building complete sets of decimal coinage. The coin also marks part of the long-running Tudor Rose series, which lasted from the denomination's introduction in 1982 until the redesign of 2008, when Matthew Dent's heraldic shield reverse replaced it. The legacy of the 1995 issue lies in its place within the broader decimal coinage tradition. T belongs to the second decade of the 20p's existence, a period when the coin had already become fully established as an everyday essential. Though its design remained unchanged, each year's issue carried historical value as a record of the Queen's reign and the Royal Mint's production standards of the time. Today, the 1995 coin is remembered as part of this stable and enduring era in modern British coinage. In cultural terms, the coin also became a familiar object for an entire generation of Britons. Its distinctive shape and crowned rose design made it one of the most recognizable coins in circulation, while its value ensured it was used by everyone from children spending pocket money to adults paying for daily necessities. Its symbolism bridged England's medieval past with Britain's late 20th century society, making it both practical currency and a cultural artifact. Ultimately, the Elizabeth II 20p 1995 coin stands as more than a small piece of money. It is a reflection of Britain's historical continuity, its monarchy, and its modernization through decimalization. T symbolized unity and tradition while serving as a reliable tool in everyday life. For collectors today, it represents not only a key piece of decimal coinage, but also a snapshot of British society in the 1990s when heritage and practicality came together in the nation's pocket change. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.